What's up, fam? Hey, listen. I sometimes it just be, I don't know, man. It's amazing out here. Anyway, I was talking to some brother, man, and he asked me about zero. You know, why do zero exist? You know, and I or do it exist? I think that's what he was trying to ask. I don't know, shit. But anyway, so I gave him I gave him an understanding of the sound that he makes when he says the word zero. You see, he make that so-called non-existence exists by him saying it. You see, he's speaking and he speak it into existence when he opened his mouth and said the word. Okay, the word zero is a word, is a name. It has a body. Okay, and they spell it what? Zero. Zero. And what is that? 85, what? 8596? 8 and 5 is 4. 9 and 6 is 6. 4 and 6 is what? 10. Subtract that by 9 from where you came from your gate. A number that you should never leave. Never leave that base of 9. 10 subtracted by 9 is 1. 0 is 1. Okay? 0 is 1. You see? It's 1. It exists. But the reason why they say it's nothing or no thing is because they don't, I guess, they don't see it. But anything that you don't see don't mean it don't exist. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all know that shit, man. Anything that don't exist, you know, don't mean it don't exist. You know, just because you don't see it, just because you don't see it, don't mean it don't exist. You see, sometimes people since they don't see it, the undercurrent of that, what people think they don't see. You got powers out here. They create movies, illusions, and cartoons, and all this other type of shit off of shit to keep you there, to keep you in a non-existing state of mind. You know what I'm saying? And then they put shit out there in the world, and you're like, idols and shit, and then you're gravitating towards it. You know what I'm saying? They write books and shit about it, and then you got good recall and all this other type of shit, and then you're repeating the things that they didn't wrote in their books and their literatures and shit. Then you come back to the hood or come back to your community and shit and talking all these things as if you just went to their schools and now you a scholar. Now you're making money off of some shit that they gave you. If some of it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But the undercurrent over this bullshit, you see? Because, see, the object of all this shit, man, is to stay tight with yourself. You stay tight with yourself. Remember how you was created in the womb. That's your first law. And that thing is huge. Your first law, the way you was created with them 9 months, that's huge. That's a beast, man. It's a monster. It's loads of information. Because what your mother produced in her womb is the very thing that we call the universe. I mean, you gotta get that up here. It's the same process. It's the same process, man. Same process. But oftentimes, we don't look that far, because we're so indoctrinated, or we're learned institutionally, So if I'm a person who read numbers better than I read words, and you can't see inside of the words that's inside of the words, oh, that's spooky to you. That's wow, that's weird. It don't mean nothing. But you continue to say the words. But see, your words, they call it communication. Your communication through that medium. In what language? If you're speaking the English language, you shouldn't be in a predicament that you're in right now, including myself. I mean, you shouldn't be. If you speak the English language, the English language is a mathematical language. It's full of geometry. You see, every word has a word written within it, and it's coded. Every word is coded. Every letter is coded with a number. You see? See, if you remember when you was a child, you have to come like a child and remember these little basic things. You know? Use the wisdom of your development. But stay eager to learn. Stay intuitive. You know, you got that from your mom. If you're a male, you know. Stay up on all these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay inquisitive. Be inquisitive like your child. You have children. They want to know everything, don't they? Can you tell them? What can you tell them when they want to know everything? You know? Think about it. I mean, you know, I mean, it's a very, 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 very deep situation out here that people aren't paying attention to, you see. But oftentimes, I say to myself, they don't need to pay attention to it. Because they got family, they have their jobs, they're making their money, they living their life, they're traveling, they enjoying life, they seeing the world. You know, what more do you want? They having heaven here on earth. But when your flesh leaves, where do that energy go? Where do it go? What type of data is inside of that energy? You know, just think about it. What type of data is inside of that energy when you left here? You know. Because you're coming back. You're coming back. Yeah, you're coming back. See, I know that y'all don't believe in clouds and all that type of shit. Y'all know it's rain and shit, you know. Even though you know you're like 70% water and shit, you still don't believe in clouds. You know what I'm saying? You still don't understand that steam and all that other type of shit rise up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you'll get it one day. You coming back, you see, with your data. But we don't know the time frame. Do you know the time frame? You can know if you want to. Your mama gave you the data. Your mother and your father gave you the data. You see, because they have 2 scores that they were born with. Their conception date and their birth. That's 2 from your father. You have 2 from your mother. Conception date and their birth. You see, CB or BC. You see, have you ever heard people say BC? Have you ever heard that before? Come up here. Come up here. Come up here in the present. Up here in the present. And see. See, you can see these things if you want to, if you open your eyes. You don't have to keep your eyes concealed, you know what I'm saying, from things that you wasn't taught. You know, you don't have to be that way. You know, you can actually grow and walk in spirit and be in spirit and see it all. If my mother and father have what, 4 scores? That means I have 2. So that's 6 scores in me. Combine those equations up to 1 and see the world. That's all you got to do. And see everything from your past, your present, your future, from tomorrow, next week, next year. See what you did in the past. See how you can fix it now. It's all in your numbers in a minute.